Hey there, friend. If you clicked on this video, then I'm sure you've thought about becoming a content creator before. I'm sure you've seen many people be a content creator, make a living doing it, have a wonderful time, get really cool experiences, get lots of people watching them. And I'm sure at some point you've thought, dang, I really wish that could be me. And if that's the case, then this video is for you. Like many people online, you and I both have a dream. A little itch in our brain that says, I want to be a content creator. I wish I could be a content creator. I wish this is what I could do for a living. And maybe you've tried it before. Maybe you haven't. No matter the case, I think you should continue or you should start. I think it's time that we see more content creators. And yes, there's already so many people trying to make it as a creator, and there's so many people are posting videos. But there's nothing wrong with wanting more. I still find myself finding new Minecraft creators to watch every single day. I still find new wholesome, kind people who make really fun content, people who make really cozy content, people who make super entertaining content. There's so many different things that you could be doing. There's such a different take and different perspective that you bring to content creation. Doesn't matter if it's gaming or just comedy skits, or maybe you just want to be live streaming, whatever it is, I promise you, there is an audience for someone like you. And it's difficult. It's difficult to start out. You post your first video, you press live for the very first time, and maybe nobody shows up. Maybe if you're lucky, 1 or 2 people watch your show up. And seeing little numbers like that can be very unmotivating. It can make you think, maybe I'm not cut out for this. But I can honestly tell you that everybody, even the biggest creator, streamer that you can think of, has started in that exact same position. And they didn't give up, because look at them. Think about your favorite content creator, your favorite live streamer, and look at how far they've made it. And then think about how long ago they started and how long they stuck with it to get here. Think of all the sacrifices they've made to come to this point. And I'm not saying you have to push yourself to the absolute limits. You have to grind, not sleep, not take care of yourself. None of that. I'm not saying do that. I'm saying you should just start. Think about your first couple of videos or your first couple of streams. What would you be doing? What would you be talking about? What would it look like? What kind of perspective, what kind of content do you want to bring to the space? What do you want to share with the world? What do you want to do? I think every single person has a unique message, has a unique way of entertaining people or bringing information to people, and I think you could be one of those people. It's so easy to say that, right? It's so easy to say, if you want to be a content creator, just start and you'll make it work. It's not that easy, because if it was, then of course everybody would have millions of views and millions of subscribers, and that is not the case. Everybody's at it at their own pace. Some people grow super quickly, some people have a bit of a slower approach, some people like being smaller creators, some people want to be the biggest creators and have the most numbers and following and the most amount of views and whatnot. But I think it's important that you just find your why. You might have heard this before, if you're into like motivational content or into watching videos about following your dreams, going after your dreams, but figuring out why you want to do something like content creation is going to be such a big help. Because if you can figure out why you want to do this and really have it be a reason that is really important to you, you'll have such a better time making it work and showing up even when views are low or not a lot of people are showing up. Because remember that that's what you're doing it for. You're doing this for you. for either your younger self that's had this dream for a really long time, or your current self who's currently got this dream and really wants to make this work. And I think that I'm not a super big creator, right? But I think from where I was like 6 months ago, I've become the kind of creator that me back then would kind of look up to and be like, whoa, they're doing this. They're making this work. That's so cool. I want to be like that. So I want to share what I did to try and make this work and what I've seen other people do. And I want to try and like share how you could get started if you don't really know where to start with content creation. And I want to also share right now that in my Discord server, I have a role that is for fellow content creators who want to share advice, maybe even collaborate with each other or just chat to other content creators, see what it's like to be a creator in the current space. No matter how big or small you are of a creator, even if you haven't started yet, feel free to join, grab that role, and then we can all chat and we can help each other out. So I think the most important thing that you need to do is, like I said, figure out your why. Figure out why you want to do this. And then have that be a really clear message. When you're creating content, don't be afraid to say why you're creating content. Like if you have this really nice goal or purpose, people are very likely to want to support you and to stick around for who you are and why you want to do this. And then it's really a matter of finding videos, content that works for you. Figure out what type of recording works for you, what type of editing works for you, and what kind of thumbnailing and posting works for you. And it's a lot, right? Being a content creator, there's a lot going on. There's a lot that you need to keep in mind. But at the same time, also remember that in the beginning, having fun with it is super important. Because in the beginning, there's not a lot of people watching. There's not any money that you're going to be making with it. So it's important that you're having fun as well. Please do not forget that. I'll tell you right now what I'm currently doing, but I need you to keep in mind that I myself am self-employed, and for the last few months I've not been doing a lot of work, which is not really good for my finances, but I've really been doubling down on content creation. And that's the only reason that I'm able to do this. I try to post daily shorts on YouTube and then repost on TikTok. And then I try to post one long form video a week and then try to live stream 3 times a week. And that's like a live stream that goes out to both YouTube and Twitch. Maybe to some people that doesn't sound like a lot, because I know there's streamers who stream every single day, all day, people who post a long form video all day, every day, but know that you don't have to be doing this much, especially in the beginning, especially if you also don't have a lot of time. You just need to find some type of consistency that does work. So if you want to be streaming, figure out, okay, how often do I have X amount of hours to be streaming? And when do I have the most energy to be streaming during the day? And if you want to be posting YouTube videos or short form videos, think about, okay, how often do I have the time to sit down and record, maybe write out ideas, and then edit them as well? I would say don't overcomplicate your editing, especially if you're new to editing. Make sure that it's easy to follow for people to watch. Imagine if somebody's never watched your channel before, they're clicking on this video, will they be able to understand what's going on? Will it be a story that works on its own and is easy to follow? I think having a story that's easy to follow if you're watching something for the first time is one of the most important bits in a video, right? You don't need to have top tier camera quality, you don't need to have the best microphone ever. Just make sure that you're audible. You can use your phone to record your audio, you can use your phone to record your video, because phones nowadays are amazing quality. If you're gaming, that's another story, right? Then it kind of depends on how good of a PC or laptop you have available, but don't let it stop you. Lower the quality. I used to just stream in 720p and make my videos in 720p because it was lighter on my internet and my PC. If that works better, make it work. Well, people were still watching, 720p is not full. It's not bad, it works. And I think when you have a consistent schedule, you know what you want to be creating, you know how often you want to be creating and how often you can create, right? Keep up with it. Keep up with it. See what works. See what doesn't work. What videos perform well. What videos perform not as well. What can you do to change? You know, watch, follow people who share advice on, if you want to be a TikToker, on, you know, how to improve your TikTok content. Follow people who tell you how to improve your live streams or give tips and tricks. People who make content about YouTube, and don't feel like you need to follow everything to the letter. You know, always take what you need from advice like that, right? Not everything is for everyone, but try different things. See what works until you find something that works for both your audience and for you. Because in the end, you can try to go for all the views, see, oh, this one video that I tried out got me 1,000 views, but you didn't really like the video, then there's no point in trying to make more content like that, because you're not having a good time and you're gonna want to quit doing it because you're not enjoying yourself. I think in the end, we always make things a lot bigger and scarier than they really are. And content creation, if you've never done it before, is one of those things. But I think once you have that first video out or that first live stream, you're good to go. You've experienced what it's like, you know whether or not you're like kind of into it, if you had fun. And once again, don't let views or numbers get to you. I know it's really difficult to not think about the views or the people potentially talking to you or not talking to you. But everybody starts out that way. It is the most normal thing in the world. And if you have a purpose, if you have a dream of wanting to be a content creator, you should not let that stop you. Because like I said in the beginning, that's where your biggest and most favorite creators started as well. And this is a kind message to let you know that I do have a self-promo channel in my Discord. Do know that just constantly posting your videos in a self-promo channel and never interacting with the community. I'm not saying this to force you to interact with my community, by the way, but if you're more active in a community, people from that community will see you posting a video and say, hey, I've seen you before, I've talked to you before, let me go and watch, let me go and support because I know this person and I like this person. So find a community that you really like, right? That allows self-promo in certain channels. And then if you're active in that community, I'm sure people will come over and have a look, see what kind of content you're making. I will always try my best to be a #1 hype girl. So do feel free to share your dreams and your goals and what type of content you want to be making. If you want to make this work, I challenge you to write down below this video when you want to post your first video or your next video, if maybe it's been a while. Let's say if you really want this, sometime within the next month, you should be able to post a video. And it can be a short video, it can be a long video, it can be your first stream. And you know, be yourself, have fun, have a good time. Yap away if you're a big yapper. If you're not that big of a yapper, just yap a little bit. Maybe have a little bit of music in the background. Make sure that you're just having a good time and don't get discouraged if not a lot of people show up yet. If you've commented on this video, I will do my best to go and look at your first video by the time that you've commented. And if you share it in my self-promo channel in the Discord, I will definitely also try my best to have a look. Anywho, that was a lot of yap. Something that you can expect from me. But I hope that maybe it was a little bit encouraging, that it was a little bit hopeful, and made you want to actually get started on that content journey. So here's to you and your success. I believe in you. I believe that if you want this, you can definitely make this work. Not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I am living proof that if you really want something and you go for it, you can in fact do it. Because 6 months ago, I was at 300 subscribers and now we're at 8,000. That's a pretty cool jump. That's something that 6 months ago me would have thought was absolutely insane and unreachable. Yet here we are. Dare to dream, dare to believe in yourself, and I really look forward to seeing more wonderful content creators out there.